This is David Gilbert Keith, Chair of the Deerfield Energy Conservation Committee, opening a meeting of March 12th, administered by Alex Galloway, sitting in for Pat Martin because Alex has things to tell us. And we have M.A. Swedland, Greg
Yeah.
Franceschi, Bruce Dolan, Lori Busada, and Steve Svoboda. Welcome, everybody, and let's get started. We have Lori on her way to taking minutes, but AI is doing it as we speak. Anybody have questions, comments about the previous minutes?
Yes.
Okay, MA.
Um, I thought that item number 2 in the minutes, Walter Gray and Burr, if whatever, however you pronounce your name, Gillette. Excuse me, Fur, if that's not the right way.
Yeah.
They need to, it needs to be more clear that they're both from Power Options. They are director uh, and alternative fuel, but they're both from the alternatives fuel division, or what, I don't know what to say, but anyhow, they both are from Power Options. And the way I first read it was that he was from an organization called Alternative Fuels. So I just want to be
Uh,
clear because lots of people hopefully are looking into that.
yeah.
Uh, okay, if you have a suggested wording, maybe you can text me.
I will text you suggested wording.
Thank you.
Um, Everybody okay with amending the minutes to make it more clear that Burr and Walter are both from Power Options? We vote, I guess. Yay, yay, yay. Looks unanimous. Ahead of the curve. Um, any other comments on the minutes?
Nope.
Nope. All right. So we should vote to, I need a motion to accept the minutes with the amendment as
I
proposed by MA.
I move that we accept the minutes as amended of the minutes of February something or other. When are we? February 24th, 2026.
Great. Uh, and we vote on it. Yay.
I
Looks unanimous yet again. So there we go. Um,
I
I,
just wanted to prove I'd actually read them.
good for you.
Thank
I
you.
did.
Well, not.
Thank you. Uh, I've got to open my thing. And green communities. This is where having Alex here may be very handy. So let's get an update on green communities.
Well, I can do my best. I can at least tell you what I know. Um, so
That's your best. Please don't tell us what you don't know.
Uh-oh.
yeah, right. Um, so the town submitted the closeout for the Deerfield Elementary School BMS project. So the state accepted that. And then the deputy director, who's filling in for Chris Mason, who recently left, actually came to DES and did a site inspection for the project. It's really, he mentioned it, it's just not really so much as an inspection as just a really great opportunity to chat more about the program and kind of where it's headed and maybe options. So I met with Bill Hildreth, Kyle Hauser, who's from the group that installed the BMS program, um, and the deputy director, Market, as I mentioned, and they were essentially saying, now that we've completed the site visit, the town's eligible to apply for another Green Communities grant, which is great.
Yeah.
Um,
So
there was, oh,
that
go
was
ahead.
Mark Rubinski was the
Yeah, yes, thank you. Yeah, Mark Rubinski. And essentially we talked about just kind of, we mentioned how Frontier is kind of like the next slated project that we had. Obviously, it's our regionalized school system, so there are other towns, obviously, who send their students to that school. And I think one of the really important uh, things that Mark noted was that we could actually combine all the towns could apply if they wanted to into one larger grant opportunity. So we could apply almost for $200 or 200,000 per community or 250, I can't remember exactly what it was. But cumulatively to almost an 800 to $1 million giant project to get some work done there if all the other communities were interested in using their grant towards this piece.
Well, unfortunately,
Yeah.
uh, we made when we actually were trying to apply, when we first applied
Hmm.
for the Green Communities grant that you just closed out,
Hmm.
it was intended to include Frontier, our portion of Frontier.
Right.
Um, and it got too complicated, but
Yeah.
um, we tried to reach out to the other towns at that time, and they were interested. Then we went ahead with DES, and they went ahead with other things, and many of them right now are applying for other projects.
Okay.
And if we did postpone, then Bill would be up the creek for his building management system.
Yeah, no, and he knew that. I mean, we left it as he would maybe reach out to the other communities and also do a little legwork and see because the school could apply as Frontier and just have like letters of support essentially from all the other communities. So
So,
figured given
Alex, are
his
you
sales
saying Mark?
pitch.
So Mark,
No,
Mark would,
no,
oh, Bill.
Bill Hildreth, yeah, who's the
Oh,
facilities manager for all the schools. So
so he
Bill
would
over.
reach out. I'm sorry, but he would reach out to the other energy committees or
Well, just the
just the
others.
Frontier School Committee?
Yeah, just the other schools and maybe do a little bit of legwork, right? Like he's going to be able to sell it to them better than I could. But we could reach out to some of the other committees. No, I'm
Well,
I
saying no.
mean, we can, but
They're
uh,
already moving forward.
we've done, yeah, we're going forward with this. We can't switch. They've got other projects. But
Okay.
in the next session, if we get ourselves organized soon, then for the next, next year sometime, if that project is done, we maybe can put together a much bigger project. And that would be wonderful
And
because there's lots of ideas.
yes, the complication that didn't, we truly didn't anticipate. Um, I'm trying to not get testy here, but
Good job.
we were not really kept in the loop that the grant we got last spring, I think, no, it was even the spring before that,
Mhm.
for the DES could not be accomplished and would not, in fact, be accomplished for a good year because they couldn't work during school time, which we
Mm.
didn't know. Um, that meant we didn't apply for a whole grant round. That was one of the grant rounds we were floating to all the other schools, people,
Oh,
and they kind of went, yeah, it's not going to happen. So um,
okay.
things got unfortunately delayed. So it could happen again that it would be really great if this spring round got announced in time to get the work done during the summer, because if the school year starts again, we'll be in the same boat
Yeah.
of waiting for the school year to end before they can do the work. Um,
Okay.
I better shut up.
Well,
No, it's good history. I mean,
MA,
it's
there
good
you
to
go.
know.
I
I
would, oh,
I'm going to be a little bit of a pest, though. Do you think, David, that it would? I mean, I know, I haven't talked directly to Bill Hildreth, but it hasn't always felt like he wanted to work with us. But would it be useful for us to give him the contact people, or do you think he has all the energy committee contact people, or I don't know. And the second question I have is Kyle Hauser going to, is that what you said his name was? I think.
Yeah,
Is he
Yeah.
just going to, is the project all like ready to go? I think Ted was writing the proposal. Is are Bill and Ted kind of on board with what the proposal is and comfortable with it? Or, because I'm kind of confused, is it that Bill Hildreth is thinking there needs to be more done than what just we could get funded for? Did you get any sense of that, Alex?
Well, there's always more maintenance to be done. So there's going to be a lot, and that's a huge school. So
yeah.
for sure, there will be always more. And we could still always just do our individual application, and, stay the path that we were on. That's totally fine. It was just Mark had brought it up, and it was news to Bill and Kyle and I that only like two other communities had actually done like a regionalized project with multiple communities. And so it was just something we discussed. But I don't think there's a final scope of work or a final exactly what we're going to do yet. So I said I'd bring it to you guys and say, do you know even what the other communities are doing and where are they at? And if it's not feasible, it's totally fine. But we have plans to connect with Ted and Bill and Kyle and myself and make sure we figure out who's applying and how much and what is the project. And Mark mentioned that, focusing on weatherization is big for them this year too, with their grant funds. So want to make sure we include some sort of component to the grant that will include that. Um, but yeah, it
I'm
sounds like,
wondering,
yeah, we need more
well, I was gonna
coordination.
say, I'm wondering if at least Sunderland, David Goodwin, if at least he might be part of the discussion. I don't know if it's too late, but
I'm pretty
I don't
sure
know.
he already is.
Oh, okay.
MA, you're up.
I think this is a terrific plan for the next grant round, and I think it's terrific if Mark Rabinski has the conversation with people rather than us.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and it's really going to be Bill who's going to dictate what needs to get done as the facility manager, you know what I mean, who actually knows what each building needs. And then we can run it through like Ted Furcog to help us write it and gather it
And
and everything.
and
And
a
Frontier apply for it.
a touchy point has been in the past, working with the Capital Improvements Committee
Hmm.
of the school district. The select board is very rightly wary of stepping on outside their lane.
Our select board, you're saying, and our
Yes,
CIPC. Okay.
of um, they really don't want to take
Yes,
intrude on the
I get where you're
role of
going.
it.
Well,
Yeah,
that's why it was kind of interesting that Mark brought up that Frontier as the school could apply and
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
have to be
absolutely.
routed through like our town accountant, right? Because I really only got looped in that someone was like, we need to close this out. Who's gonna do it? And so
yeah.
it's like, I
Well,
guess I
actually, that
volunteer.
is surprising.
So,
It's surprising, and it then now I'm feeling a little like our toes might get stepped on. If they go ahead and do that, we can't apply for anything else. Uh,
true.
and
Or,
that's cool. They're probably the biggest energy users that we could affect. Even our 50% share of Frontier is one of the biggest things in the town. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't say we would be against it, but I think there's plenty of work to fill up $800,000 in the future. Um, so
Yeah.
I think we should go ahead in light of what Lori was saying. I did, because it was an action item on from our last meeting, contact Ted Harvey and Bill and say, are we all up to speed on this coming grant application? And lo and
Okay.
behold, Bill said undoubtedly the scope of work has changed, or the cost of work, and that he
Hmm.
would be he did contact Kyle Hauser to update the projected costs, and possibly have to pull back some of it, of what they might be able to do. But we already know that there are plenty of things that we couldn't afford to apply to do in, for instance, incorporating the mini splits they already have. We
Right.
could in fact add mini splits, could blah blah, but the key to truly incorporating them into the building management system beyond just setting thermostats is
Right.
valve systems that regulate the airflow but not the heat, and blah blah. So there's plenty
Right.
of room for $800,000 in the
We talked
future.
about that.
And
Yeah.
and as Darius will always point out, there's no insulation above the library. So they want a whole new roof above the library, insulating it better and stuff. So there's plenty to do later. We should better get this building management system in, because Bill Hildreth will faint if we make him wait another year to have his old cruddy system limping along and failing. So
So you're saying at Frontier, the
at
BMS system is
Frontier,
the
yeah, they
priority.
have,
Okay.
yeah, not the brand new one.
Right.
Um, it I'm pretty sure we should take the bird in the hand bush thing, and, and just do what we're ready to do.
If they insulate the library roof, can they also put solar on it?
It could possibly be combined, especially if we had a climate leader grant.
That's complicated.
It's complicated.
Bringing Frontier into the climate leader is
Yeah,
a
let's
whole
not.
nother level of complication.
It could be down the road.
Okay. So question, do you guys know exactly where the other communities at Frontier are at with Green Communities grants, or should we reach out and at least get a status check?
It would be good to get a status check. Yeah.
Okay.
I,
Whately is looking into it. I don't know about it for the climate leader.
Oh no, I just
no,
mean for
Green
green
County.
communities.
Oh, for
Yeah.
green communities. I'm sorry. No,
Yeah.
I don't know. You
I
don't.
don't, I mean, I had an email with some towns. I know one town, and I can't remember if it's Sunderland. I think it's Whately is doing streetlights. Conway is curious. They've
Yeah.
just formed an energy committee. Um, the
Okay.
As far as I know, yeah, it would be good to reach out and find out.
Okay. Could you send me their info? And I'm
Sure,
happy to
sure.
do that first outreach and at least
Just
get a pulse check on where
just from
everyone's at.
overhearing a conversation that Bill Hildreth was having, I think Sunderland is definitely looking at Frontier, but I will
Okay.
I'll send
Cool.
you what I can.
Okay. Perfect. Nope, that's good. And then we'll start the process and just see where everyone's at. And then, the next meeting you could decide whatever Green Communities grant, if not this, something else or
Yeah.
Frontier, and we'll coordinate. Okay.
I'd
That
like
makes
to
sense.
welcome Ryan Kingston to this meeting. Thank you. We all otherwise introduced. Ryan, you know Alex Galloway. She's standing in today to run our meeting. Lori is just setting up to do minutes. I'm sure that doesn't look like her car anymore.
Cool. Okay. Well, then I'll reach out and I'll probably be primary kind of point of contact for the current grant round, and I'll just keep looping in Bill, Ted, and David, and maybe we all just need to put heads together at some point.
Great.
So
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Allison Gage, I think is who you loop out into now. Maybe Ted and Allison is an overlap.
Yeah, both, for sure.
Um, any other stuff on green communities? No. Climate Leader Program.
That might be me.
Take it away, MA.
Um, the signatures were turned in. We are now,
Not we.
no, we as the climate leader group. Sorry, I've
There you
got the
go.
wrong. I am speaking now for the climate leader group now that those signatures are turned in. The climate leader group would like to report that their signatures are in and certified. And I don't think that I know that the select board is still deliberating over the ZEV policy. And I don't know how long that'll go on. But they will be voting on ours, I assume, to accept or not accept the citizens petition, whatever. We had the climate leader group had a very successful meeting on Saturday with about 16 additional people who want to do some serious work on making this pass. So that's exciting also. Bruce, while I have you right there, you want to hand out stuff on Sunday with me? Are you available?
Yeah, I think I'm available this
Okay.
Sunday. What time?
That's the boot camp. We're gonna hand out some. We're as part of the boot camp. We're showing what happens at town meeting, outside of town meeting, out literally outside the door where
Okay.
people get leafleted on
Mhm.
various issues, and so if you're willing to help me hand out just
Sure.
a full, a flyer.
Flyer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little brochure. What time and where?
It starts at 3, I think.
3 on Sunday? Yeah.
3 on Sunday
It's
at
just
the
somewhere in town, I assume.
same place,
Oh, the meeting hall?
meeting house. Yeah.
Perfect. I can be there at 3 on Sunday.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't ask you, Ryan, because I figure you want to be home with your kid.
I'm also going to be out of state, so
That's probably
Ah.
good. Okay, that is, I think, pretty much it. We're really getting organized for our campaign, which is going to be, we're going to kick it off on the 15th of March.
Are we going to say how we're kicking that off? No.
I'm sorry?
How are we kicking it off? You kicking it off.
There's going to be things sent out to people. I'm going to be contacting. I'm a little late, but not too late. Contacting Aliana for a press release.
Great.
Yeah, I'm too late, but we'll do it in past tense.
What's happening on Sunday?
Engage is doing a town meeting boot camp,
Oh, okay.
and they're set up to do sort of a mock. They're doing a mock town meeting. Play acting.
Oh, okay. Just to go through how it works. Okay.
Yeah, just letting people ask questions, letting them know how to, all the different, how you go about calling for a vote, how you about, calling for, raising your hand, and how you ask questions, just the whole routine. I don't know
Cool.
I don't know exactly what they're doing, but they're explaining how town meeting works,
Cool.
encouraging people to come and participate.
Um,
I think that's all I have on that.
and so if that's climate leader,
The
where do we
roadmap,
go
oh,
from
I know,
here?
the roadmap.
Oh,
Maybe we should talk to, I don't know whether we've reapplied for a roadmap. Maybe Alex, you do?
oh,
Have we applied for a roadmap grant, assistance grant?
I'm not sure actually.
Yeah,
Um,
I thought
I
we
mean-
applied for it by the last deadline because remember we got the signatures, the letters of support, and I
Yeah.
thought we got that submitted, but I don't know if we've heard anything back yet.
I don't think we've heard anything, but has there been another potential
Wait, was this
applicant?
back in November?
Yeah,
That sounds right.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm just pulling up my emails. No, just confirmed receipt on December 1st, and I was CC'd on it, so I don't think so.
they didn't even tell us we didn't get it, huh?
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe I will reach out to Mark on that and find out exactly what's going on.
yeah,
Is that a good idea?
it is.
Yeah,
a
I can
good one.
email. I could just respond to this email. It looks like it was Joan Besetov, the Director of Green Communities Division.
Hmm.
If you want, David, you're already on this one too, so it's up to
Yeah,
you. I don't care. If you want to go ahead and reach out, Emma, feel free.
You bored and need something else to add to your list?
No, but I could send it while you guys keep talking right now. So
Okay,
Go
if you
ahead,
can do
send
that,
that
that's
thing
fine
out.
then.
just reply all, that's an easy
Yeah,
one.
And when the deadline for the next one is?
Yeah, we'll do. I'll see if I can pull it up too.
I have a
Thank-
bad
Thanks.
feeling we just missed a deadline. But could be wrong.
Well, whatever. Education, supporting materials, approaches. Okay. Number 4 is where do we go from here?
Yeah,
And I would like to put in a discussion about power options if that's amenable to people.
right now, yes. Do we have a second on MA's motion to introduce a power options unanticipated discussion here?
Second.
Can't we put it into where do we go from here? Because it was,
Yeah, we could do. I mean,
I think that's
it
what I was,
depends on what you're bringing
I was
up.
just suggesting that we have a discussion about their presentation.
Yeah. Okay, great. Let's do that.
I'd like to know, I'd like, well, I don't know. I think we ought to send them our information. Ryan may have done that with the electric bills.
All I saw so far is the library bill. I haven't, did we get the others?
Yeah, they got sent to you by well, some of them, a couple of them from the DPW person, Diane, somebody or other.
Okay, I don't know if I saw those. Let me just check my email.
Oh, Cornwell.
Cornwell, thank you.
Yeah, I should have followed up with you, Ryan.
No,
Um,
that's okay. He's been busy.
just while we're
Oh, there they are.
looking
Cool.
for those, we did get a notice, just a little request from Chris Dunn that we coordinate our requests for
Yes.
energy bills because apparently we've
that-
been covering them.
I thought I
Covering.
volunteered, but MA is so fast that she beat me to it. Yeah, no,
There
we
was some
both
overlap. I
apologize.
apologize to her.
I did too. So I guess she complained though.
Yeah,
So we
and
both,
rightly so. We need to make sure that that doesn't happen.
okay.
Yeah.
It
So-
makes other people mad.
Yeah. But
Oop.
which bills do we have now?
So we've got the DPW building. DPW wastewater treatment plant, town hall. We
I
have two
would-
for town
I
hall.
would not do town hall because we don't know where that building's going
Hmm.
in the future, so.
Okay. And the library, which I know the library is only 1 month, but I think Power Options can work with that. They'll just have to make some assumptions.
Yeah.
But they'll at least see like the rate class and the demand charges on this, which will be helpful for them, I think.
Mhm. Okay.
So I can send these over to Power Options now. I think this is all they needed to get
Mhm.
started.
Just
I-
BCC me too. I'd like to have those bills handy by.
You didn't get them?
I only got the library.
Huh. Okay, sorry.
I see Alex has a hand up.
Yeah, I just learned that the town hall building only has 1 meter that includes both PD and the town hall. So
Yeah,
just
that's what,
as an
that's,
asterisk on that bill, just if
Mm.
you're using it for
Sorry,
any
which one?
purposes. The town hall only has 1 meter electric meter, weirdly enough,
for the
for
police
PD
station and,
Oh,
in
okay.
town hall. So the town hall is unquestionable, but PD is not moving, especially since they're looking to expand. So
Yeah.
and
Okay.
again, they're looking to expand, so it's, I mean, we could put an asterisk on that information, but
We're not going to send to the town hall anyway, right?
I'm sorry?
We're not going to send them the town hall bill anyway, right? You said to keep that one off because
Well,
we don't.
I did say that, and I knew that the police department was there. I don't know, do we want to include the police department, Alex? I mean,
oh, I don't know. I wasn't sure. I just want to make sure you guys all knew that because I thought that was surprising myself.
well, not surprising.
I can I can send it over. Like what they're going to do is kind of look at the
Yeah,
use
send it over,
profile, and
but I
they
don't
can
want
look
to,
at Google Maps, and
they
I'll
shouldn't
just let them
spend,
know like it's low priority.
yeah,
Um,
and that,
and
and that both departments are involved in that, and the town hall is going to move in a year, so then it's just the police department, so it's kind of confusing.
So just
We-
for our minutes, can somebody describe what Power Options is offering? I know we already did this in their presentation.
What Power Options is?
Well, what they're, why we're sending them electric bills and what might happen from that.
yeah. So Power Options is a nonprofit sort of energy aggregator, and they're authorized under state statute. I could cite it off. I don't know if I had. It's there's a state statute that basically authorizes them to procure energy services on behalf of municipalities, state agencies, and nonprofits. So they basically go out and procure energy on behalf of these entities, and that includes renewable energy power purchase agreements. So basically, they can work with, they do the bidding on our behalf. They select a vendor, in this case, it's Select Energy, and they work with Select to design solar installations and then kind of work with us to figure out whether we want to own that array or if we want to purchase electricity, sort of let the third party own it, and we just purchase energy from that array. And that third party ownership model is really attractive because the owner is responsible for the maintenance, the upkeep, et cetera, for like 20, 25 years. And we, as the buyers, lock into an electric rate for that extended period. And that electric rate is based off of any sort of grants, federal incentives, state incentives. That all gets built into the rate. And so hopefully, if they do the math, crunch the numbers, we can lock into a lower electric rate without any upfront cost to pay for that solar. So that's the solar side. They do also offer like decarbonization planning services. We didn't talk too much about that because I think we're trying to pursue the green communities climate leader offerings first, and they do all that for us if we get that grant award. But Power Options does have their sort of other services too. So sending over these utility bills, I think they also wanted roof ages. I don't know if we happen to know those, but they're going to sort of crunch the numbers and see what they can put together for us as a first draft.
Can I just, I'm just kind of doing catch up here, Munis. So I know I didn't phrase it very well a couple meeting minutes ago, but can you just state one more time what Power Options is? It's not a government agency, is it? And you said it's not a consultant. Okay.
Yeah, they're a nonprofit. I think they're a 501c3.
Okay. So, David, you want me to summarize all of what they do?
Sure, but
Somewhat.
just to finish what Ryan said, they're a nonprofit authorized by the state to act on behalf of municipalities and others.
Municipalities, state agencies, and nonprofits.
Yeah. To do aggregation and bidding and various good things.
So to facilitate,
Say like clean energy procurement
yeah, okay, great. Thank you.
for renewable energy.
Right. Now we got it. MA, did you have something in mind and
Yes.
discussing all this? Yeah.
In a conversation, well, I think I should say, I can say this, I mean, this is a good place, but it's about the library solar.
Mm.
Is this a good, Tim just has some additional information that they have come up with in relation to library solar. So I can wait and we can finish with this, which probably makes sense.
Okay.
Don't let me forget.
Okay.
So I think as far as the finishing with this piece, do we know how Ryan can get information about the age of the roofs? And actually, before we go there, so you're going to send electric bills from the library, the DPW, and Frontier, or not?
DPW, wastewater treatment plants,
Oh,
library, and I'll do town hall, but I'll asterisk that we don't know what's going to happen to that building.
Okay.
And that the police department is also part of it, but there's only 1 meter.
Okay. So yeah, about the roof part, any thoughts on that, or
I think,
Alex? Would Bill
Um,
or no?
I feel like you could email it to Christopher and I, and we could divide and conquer. One of us can just reach out to who would have that info. You just need like a table, right, with the building and the age of the
I'm
roof.
pretty sure it's not in the, I'm pretty sure it's not in the Mass Insight. So I wouldn't know where to look. Somebody has a building inventory stuff that somebody knows.
Yeah, I'm no Matthew knows the age of most of them, so I can reach out.
Okay.
If you
Alex,
want
is
to
it
That would be
You-
great if you would.
you and who else, Alex, you say?
maybe Christopher, just CC him and you can direct it towards me. That's fine.
Okay.
We have a meeting tomorrow with Matthew, so it'd be good timing.
Oh, good. Yeah. Any more?
So you'll send out. So Ryan's gonna be the liaison, and you'll just. I don't know. Will they just let us know they received it, and then will they just dive into getting the information from? What's the company again?
So they work with Solect, SOLECT.
Yeah.
I don't know how long they do like a procurement to select a solar developer. I don't know how often they rebid that, but that's who they mentioned during the call. So
Yeah.
I
Okay.
assume they'll continue to work with them.
Great.
I would suggest copying David in on all that.
Yeah.
back and forth.
Ah, thank you.
Unless Alex, does the town want that back and forth also?
Yeah, you could just loop me in on it. That'd be great. Thanks.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, ultimately, the select board would have to adopt it and everything, correct?
But if
So,
if you're up to speed on it, it
Right.
makes it
yeah,
easier for you.
yeah,
Um,
definitely. Thanks.
Yeah, and I guess Alex, I don't remember if you were at that meeting, but to participate in Power Options, there's like a annual membership fee. So it's not like we can maybe use our Energy Conservation Committee budget to cover it. It's a small amount. But I don't know what the process would be to like, vote for approval of joining that. But they don't need to do that until
Right.
they're going to give us the proposals first. We can kind of review them, decide what we want to do. But if we want to move forward, we need to like join their, energy consortium.
And
Sure.
we have to have it done by July 4th.
That was just if we wanted to take advantage of the federal tax credits, I think.
Well,
Was that
but then it says, or in the minutes, or place into service by 2027. So I'm not
Right.
sure which way that was. So
It's
maybe we
both.
don't have to have it
It's-
done by then, or maybe we do. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. That's if we want the federal tax credits expire.
I think that
Um,
as soon as possible was the general gist, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not to
Okay.
say we can't do it, right? It's not going to be as financially attractive if we wait.
Yeah.
So you need the roof stuff, and then do you know how long it takes them to like send us all those options,
I'm not
the
sure.
proposals? Okay. I'm just trying to think of when the select board agenda
Uh,
would be good.
yeah.
And it's getting to town meeting, so it's getting busy and the
I would
meetings are
say
getting longer. So that's all
very
I'm
soon
like
after town meeting,
after
we'll
town
have
meeting. Okay.
we'll have enough information to be able to make a decision.
Well,
Yeah, didn't they mention?
brand new, the DPW is pretty new and the wastewater treatment plant is brand new, right? So you could say that information and say you'll get the details to them, as soon as possible, maybe.
Yeah, I think they can still crunch the numbers even if they
Yeah.
don't have the roof ages, right?
But those are all new buildings. I mean, within 10 years, the DPW, I think.
Okay.
That's new in my book.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that was that built. Yeah, I don't remember. We can
It's
get
only
that.
a membrane roof though on DPW,
Yeah.
so those have a pretty weird life
Oh,
span. So
I'm
I don't.
vaguely recalling that during their presentation, they said they would do site visits, so they would be scoping that out anyway. So I'm probably wrong, but that's what I remember.
yeah.
Okay.
I would just put out what you have so far and say that you'll continue to, just so they know that we're still interested. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
my.
Yeah.
And thanks for doing that, Ryan.
Yeah.
So can I talk to you about the library right now?
Yes.
Report. The the Capital Improvements Committee met Tuesday, I think, or yesterday or sometime, I don't know, this week.
Tuesday.
And they were looking at, well, we know the roof is fine for the library for solar. And they are looking for LEED certification because they get a substantial chunk of money for what if they qualify for that. And they are looking, they're looking to have solar on the roof and battery storage, because with battery storage, they can reduce the demand and charges because they can compensate. And so that and then the thought is that, and that almost guarantees them LEED certification. And if they do those two things, and if they get that, then the grant they would get from the LEED folks basically covers the solar and the battery. That's their thinking.
Wait, I'm confused. So they can apply for a grant from this,
No, it's not applying for a grant. If they get the certification, they get a check
but,
for
okay,
being
but
LEED certified.
I just wasn't sure about the timing because it sounded like you said they needed the battery and the solar in order to qualify. Like, and
They do, but then they would be reimbursed.
oh, how do we do that?
We don't. They do.
No, yeah. And did you say, so the library capital improvement committee or the whole town?
No. The capital improvement committee, CIPC.
Okay, the town's capital improvement committee. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So,
I mean, that's a plan. That's not like, that's what they're hoping to be able to do. And so they've put the money, I believe, into this, maybe even this year's budget for town meeting. We don't have to have anything to do with this.
Yeah.
okay.
I'm just reporting that that's what the current thinking is.
Right.
And if that's the case, we don't have to worry about solar on the library, which we would theoretically know once the after town meeting.
Mhm.
That's interesting because it's not, is it a sure thing that if they get the certification, then they will get reimbursed for doing? That's interesting.
It's not a reimbursement. They get a certain amount. They get a check in the mail because they are LEED certified. And there's 3 different levels of LEED certification. And now you're above my pay grade.
Yeah.
I don't know that part.
Gold, silver, and platinum or something
Yeah,
like
exactly. But I don't know what the amounts are or anything like that. But the folks that are on the library building committee seem pretty confident about that.
That's great. Should I include that in the minutes or not really? I don't know.
I think CIPC voted it, so
Okay.
I'm just reporting, and yeah, you can put it in there. I don't care.
Yeah, it affects our directions if we don't have to try to get money for solar on the library. That's something.
Yeah, so in relation to my questions for power options is, has anyone looked into, and I haven't, their sort of track record? Are they as incredibly wonderful as they report that they are? And Ryan, you may know this, you may have had more connection with them than I have. I have had none other than that report. And also, how do we, and whose decision is it, how we balance power options? I mean, eventually we'll have two, numbers to compare, but how do we want to do that? Because one pays more money, but one takes more work. And I don't know how the town or the energy committee recommends or what we do about balancing those two things, the climate
Yeah.
leader.
Ownership versus leasing or Mhm.
Well, I mean, we need to direct our energies toward one or the other. So are we going to have, I mean, are we,
Yeah, I think once we see both, we'll just have to kind of do the math and weigh the numbers. Right?
right?
If we don't have the money up front and we don't think that money's ever going to come, then a PPA makes sense. But if the
Absolutely.
PPA rate comes back and it's only saving us, 2 cents per kilowatt hour or something, we might say like, oh, like it's a lot of effort to not save us a whole lot, but there's no money up front, so maybe it's worth it to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Right. So I think
Yeah,
it'll just
so
be
I
helpful
just
see.
wanted to have, talk about that a little bit before we,
Yeah.
One other question I almost asked during their presentation, but felt a little ignorant not knowing. How do they compare with CET?
How do they, CET doesn't,
It's,
They don't do that sort of thing.
no,
I wonder if we'd learn anything from Mohawk. And they've had this PPA for, I don't know, a good,
but not from Power Options.
yeah,
From, because PPAs vary
sure.
from magnificent to terrible.
Well, I don't know because yeah, um, they are a nonprofit and they are
Well,
like,
these folks have that's the only one I've ever heard of that gives you a steady rate for 20, 25 years. Most
Yeah.
of them, I mean, when we were looking into it for the landfill, which we did years and years ago, it was sort of a no-brainer because there were no guarantees of who was going to own it, who was going to be responsible for it, and how soon it was going to change, and we were going to get nothing. And I mean, it was totally unreliable,
Hmm.
and we rejected it as an option.
Yep.
We ended up with a third-party ownership, but it's not a PPA.
Any more on this?
Not for me.
Not.
And-
Um,
Wait, can I ask a quick, maybe Emma knows this. Do we know anything more about solar in the 1888? Is that going through?
I believe so.
Alex shaking her head. That's awesome. That's really great.
looks like we've lost Greg for bike lane stuff, but I also imagine there isn't much new since it's salty, wet winter. Any other issues we should be discussing here?
Um,
Action items?
but Amy Hahn sent something over
Oh,
about
yeah, I just sent
mass.
those two things.
I think that's under number 7, and I can give some MVP and CCI
Yep.
reports. Should I do that first?
Why don't you go first? Yeah.
Okay, MVP met this week, and basically there are 2 grants. Actually, Alex is going to be a lot better at this than I am, but there are 2 grants possibilities, an MVP grant but it's all going to be focused on Bloody Brook culverts. There are 2 prime culverts that they're looking at, plus some other things other grants that Carolyn is looking at, and it's from the Franklin County Conservation Commission. And so that's being sort of, I think we've pretty much got that worked out, how that's being coordinated so that everything gets covered between the 2 grants. Is that fair,
Yeah.
Alex?
Yeah, there's 2 separate applications. The conservation districts are going to do a lot of the restoration along Bloody Brook and the private property owner outreach, and some of the upland retention outreach to some of the farmers. And then the town's application's really going to hone in on those 2 culverts, as I may mention, the one at Pleasant Street in North Main, so right outside the parking lot, Frontier. And then the Captain Lathrop culvert closest to North Main as well. There's a sewer pump there and that culvert has just been problematic. There's a cone there, the drain doesn't work. So we're gonna hopefully get some surveying plans done either out of MVP or the DER culvert grant. So we're kind of writing it and massaging it to hopefully fit both funding opportunities. It's the first time the Eco One Stop is combining, like, I think it's over 8 different grant funding pots, and they're gonna kind of pick and choose what funding you get from what pot and where and how. So yeah, we're dividing and conquering, I guess, and trying to get some of that work done.
But that'll be done in the next couple of months. The applications will be in.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's due next Friday, March 20th. So
Both of
we'll
them?
know. Yeah, we'll know by this summer.
Yeah.
And CCI?
CCI, we're meeting tonight after this. So I'm reporting on a February 12th meeting. And Julie said that there's a 6% increase in Frontier budget because of healthcare, the 40% healthcare increase. They're going to have to cut 6 positions. Same with DES. The insurance stuff is killing us.
Mm.
As far as the library goes, they still have more money to raise, and that's the operating expenses obviously are up, and they're and then they talked about the library the cans are piling up at the transfer station. I don't know whether anything's happened about that, but if anyone's tried to take cans and bottles to the transfer station, they're you open the door and they sort of pile out. And I haven't been in I haven't been in probably 3 or 4 weeks, but people were given notice that probably somebody ought to do something about that, preferably the library or some other organization. Start organizing those, because the library folks have quit.
Have quit? They aren't doing it?
The people who were doing it are not doing it anymore.
Mm.
I don't know. Does the Energy Committee want to make some money and start sorting cans and bottles? Not me.
It sounds like a high school project. I mean, I don't know how much it could have made, but I wonder if there's a, student council at the high school that wants to do it as a fundraiser. I mean, it definitely
A
should.
lot of work.
Oh yeah, I've been there, and the longer you put it up, I mean, it's ridiculous that I guess the town can just say that they're not offering that service anymore. But what was there any proposal to like see if the
Well, not from CCI, because we don't have any authority. We're just a conversation committee.
So I could probably chime in. We've been meeting with Matthew and trying to reach out to like Gabby, the recreation director, and Darius at the school, some local Boy Scout, Girl Scout troops, and like just trying to figure out someone. We have that meeting tomorrow, so I'll probably get an update on it then, but I don't think we've identified someone who's willing to put in the work to take care of it so far. But we'd like somebody to. I mean, it is a decent amount of money. I think it was like
Yeah.
$300 a week or something, maybe close to that.
I can't remember what
Like
it
10
was.
bags a week and roughly somewhere in that neighborhood, I
Yeah.
think.
So but
It wasn't
yeah, it's
in
a
all
shame.
that bad a shape. It wasn't that bad a shape when I was there this weekend.
I thought you said it was closed. No?
That was no, I didn't realize it moved to that little shed. I hadn't taken stuff for a while, but I just took it there. What was it, Tuesday? Maybe it was Tuesday. And someone had cleaned it up some. You could get in it and
Maybe
through it.
the DPW put some bigger containers, because the containers were small, and so then it was all over the floor.
Mm.
So maybe that happened. It could, I mean, if you had taller containers or different type containers, you could definitely have held more.
Mm.
They just had the trash cans there that they had before. Anyhow, not our problem. I'm just
Yeah. Any new business?
I'm just gonna keep on doing this. They're hoping, well, there was nothing real there. You all have seen the amazing progress on the 1888 building. They're getting bids for the solar for that. Same with the library.
What, they're getting bids for solar as well?
They're trying to figure out, and they're not bids. They're, proposals.
Hmm.
And the Mass Trails grant from the Open Space Committee has been resubmitted. And there's a new playground committee, subcommittee. I think that's all I have on that. That's it.
I sent out a thing that Amy Hahn forwarded to me, and I have no clue about it. It's just, is anyone familiar with Mass Energize?
No.
Well, I'm guessing that does it have anything to do with what they used to have as the the town programs for residents? For
Oh, like
mul-
Mass
mul-
Save?
huh? No, what was it called, Lori? You know that. Your memory's better than mine. For residents to,
Right,
bulk
right.
buying.
Oh,
Solarize,
Yeah, Solarize Mass.
yeah. Is
But
it
that, yeah,
this?
it could
But
be.
bulk-
might be that. I don't know. But
But
there's a webinar.
this is a
Oh, no, it's
actual meeting at
it-
Bentley University, April 8th, and there's a registration fee that's pretty steep, like 145 or something. I don't know anything about it. I don't think I'm going to jump right in.
I'm not.
Yeah. If,
Our plate is full as far as I'm
Yeah.
concerned. I would
Well,
someday
it's-
like to do a Deerfield Energize or Energize Deerfield kind of program, but
well,
first I'd
the,
like, huh?
the thing I sent was all about a conference on how to become a climate leader. It's
Oh,
like
is that
climate
what
leader stuff.
it is?
Yeah, well,
Oh.
yeah. But
I
it's
didn't-
sponsored by Mass Energize, whatever that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like between, can I just ask, is there anybody here that's doing those meetings with Charlotte?
Yes,
Okay,
Climate
Yes.
leaders in their brochure isn't capitalized. It could just be they mean people who are leading on climate issues.
let's not worry about that.
Yeah, good. I'm happy to let it go.
oops.
Anything else?
Lori, to answer your question, what was your question?
Oh, about Charlotte, I don't remember her
Oh,
last.
yeah. Yes, we are going, there's several people, Lily's been attending, a lot of the climate leader core group has been attending that, or several.
Hmm.
And I've been in conversation with her and another group called Zero Carbon Mass. And they also they've offered to any help that they can give to us before town meeting. And they just put together, I can't remember whether I sent it to you or not, but what looks like a very detailed and excellent slide deck on the specialized energy code with very beautiful looking slides.
That's carbon mass.
But I'll send it to you. I sent it to some people. I couldn't remember. I'll send it to everybody if you didn't get it.
Yeah, I missed
Me
the
today.
last meeting of it.
Well, and what's the name of that one, of her group? I don't know if I should put that in the minutes. That's the only reason I'm asking. But it sounds like she had, I read the minutes and the draft of the letter that was going to go to the paper. I don't know if it's gone yet.
It hasn't. It was being as a result of the last meeting. It was being put together as to be submitted as a article rather than a letter to the editor.
Oh, excellent. So
it'll be more extensive.
It sounds like or the whole group has been kind of organizing to try and do this in a more multi-town way.
Yes.
Which I think is great because that gets rid of that, well, if we do this and they don't, blah, 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 the disadvantages of, which is is false anyway, but it takes care of that argument. So
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to help. I don't know, there's usually about 20 different people who attend, so it's a big group from a lot of towns.
should I include that in the minutes?
I don't think you need to.
Okay. But I mean, the only reason I brought it up is because you said climate leaders, and I know Mark Babinski came to a last meeting. It seems like a lot of people have been talking
Well,
about.
he was at that meeting also.
Yeah, yeah. One thing that I did want to ask is, so I was just reading in, I think it was Environmental Defense Fund, how the Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative has been refunded. More funding has been put into it, and that helps with projects like Mass Save. But on the other hand, Mass Save is being defunded, or the proposal was. So does anybody know where that stands?
The House did it, and the Senate is going to be voting on it. And anybody who wants to probably should get in touch with Joe Comerford and say, no, don't. You can repair Mass Save, but don't cut $500 million from their budget.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. At the same time that Reggie has been, funding has been increased. So I don't,
It doesn't have anything to do with that. It has to do with, well, my personal opinion is that elections are coming up for the House, and they're getting donations for their elections. And the primary donors for the elections are often electric companies. And therefore, all of a sudden, they're trying to do the bidding of the electric companies.
yeah, I think
That's my own opinion. I didn't get that from anywhere.
I think maybe, well, I did send a letter to Governor Healy already, but I don't know. I don't know. It feels like that might, if we had our finger on the pulse of the political stuff, that would be a good thing to send.
If Governor Healy, after her administration has done all the stuff they have around climate leadership and everything like that, ends up cutting $1 billion from the budget, she's not getting my vote.
So should we send a short letter as an energy committee?
I mean, there are probably really good letters out there that we could do, but I don't know when the Senate, does anybody know when the Senate might be taking that up?
And does it have to be approved by the governor's office afterwards?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I think just a simple letter about, I could draft it and send it out to people about the progress that's been made in the state and the significance of Mass Save, blah, blah, blah. The reason I thought of it is when you said Deerfield, a solarized Deerfield, it's really hard to get people on board if there aren't incentives, you know. And
well, bulk buying was the only incentive originally.
Right. Right. But you're not going to do solar if your house hasn't been weatherized first. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, people, that wasn't even a possibility to do solar without an energy audit. I mean, that was part of the,
Yeah.
but
So-
this is meeting drift if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Okay.
How about we pick a next meeting date?
Sounds good.
Before town meeting or after?
Before we probably need to panic some.
And David, thank you for putting the annual report together. Well done as always.
Oh,
Well,
I mean, not that you have to address it, but you got the new numbers for the,
I didn't, I was actually a little low on them, so I
yeah,
don't think I need
I
to.
don't think you need to change it, but that will be going out as information from the climate leader, the current numbers.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
So-
So town meetings in May,
May 11th.
May 11th. So we've got April. When do we want to meet? How about Thursdays are good for me.
Um, I can't meet on the 9th. I could do the 6th. Can I do the 16th? I cannot do the 16th.
Is another day better?
I just have that's a tricky work. I have a physical therapy and acupuncture appointment that week on Wednesday and Thursday. Tuesday would work if anybody can meet that week on a Tuesday, April 14th. But
Yeah, I could.
let's see.
How about April 14th?
Yes.
We have one, two, three.
That works for me. Anytime after 4 on the 14th works for me.
Okay,
Same.
So 4 o'clock.
looking good. Maybe I'll write down the right time.
Do you want to
Um,
do like 4:15 or 4?
4 works for me.
Okay.
Okay, DECC. 4:14 via Zoom at 4. Should we make it 4:15? Is that easier for people? So Lori doesn't have to write and drive?
It's I had a guest speaker today, so and then I had a student after school, so I can get here by 4. I just have to work harder at it.
Okay, well, let's aim for 4 then.
I have no
Uh,
problem with 4:15 either.
Well,
Yeah.
I have my drumming group at 6. So well,
Okay.
no, it's
That's too darn busy.
I have to leave at 6. Yeah, so let's leave it at 4.
All right. So, does that need a motion? I forget this.
No.
No, we just picked that time. 4:14, 4 p.m. via Zoom. And do we have a motion to end this meeting?
I so move.
I
Seconded.
saw Lori's hand go up. Oh, is
And
yeah, Bruce seconding?
Brian, no worries.
And we vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you all. Looks like a unanimous, even though I didn't see Ryan. But there it is. And Alex, thank you for moderating
Yeah.
today and all your info and help,
Yeah.
No problem.
especially your help on all these things.
Try. I don't know if it's always helpful, but thanks.
And thank you all. So
Thank you, David.
we now
David.
conclude this meeting of the